Hi guys, welcome back to yet another exciting AMA session with Newton School Alumni Manik Sharma. Today Manik is going to tell us about his journey from being someone who's from a tier 3 college in India and being an average student to skyrocketing his tech career. He is confident about where he's going in his career now, and he's here to share how he did this process and gained an amazing placement at ANSR. Let's invite Manik to this call and hear from him now.
Hi guys.
Hi,
I
Manik.
yeah. I hope you all are doing well. So as you know, my name is Manik, and I'm an alumni of Newton Schools. And currently, I'm working in ANSR as a front-end developer. So yeah. Now we can go ahead.
Awesome. So, Manik, you said that you're a front-end developer at this point of time. Can you tell us what made you inclined towards, getting into coding, getting into, programming?
Yeah. So when I choose BTech as a career, I was very fascinated about the tech world around me, like how the things are developed, how we can develop websites, how we can develop applications, and all that stuff. So I was quite fascinated about these terms, and I want to learn it, how to develop these terms. So whenever I saw a google.com or a facebook.com, I was quite into it, how to develop it. And even I watched the movies like social networking for a Mark Zuckerberg movie. So it motivated me to do the stuff like this. So that's why I choose to be a coder, and I started my journey as a developer, and I start learning coding uh, itself. And now as you know, I'm working in a product based company where I can show my skill set and I can excel my career into the coding field.
Awesome. So that brings me to the question where you said that you were inclined towards, learning coding and be someone like, Mark Zuckerberg. How did Newton School help you reach there?
Yeah. Actually, when I started my college journey 4 years back, in the very first year, college taught us physics, chemistry, mathematics, which is of no use in the tech career. And and after that, I started with the C language. But in college, there was always a lack of resources, which I felt that it is not quite enough to do the things. Even I come from tier 3 college, so there is not much things which I can do. And after acquiring all those things, I cannot make full-fledged application or a website by my own. So in college I lacked this thing. So but after joining Newton schools, the 6 months back, I learned various technologies, starting from HTML, CSS, then going to JavaScript, then React. Then in the backend technologies, I learned Node.js, Express.js, along with MongoDB database as well as SQL database. So after acquiring all this knowledge, I made various projects, my major project, mini project, and various projects in these technologies. And also in my current company is using React. And also all this skill set is quite good in the market scenario also. And I'm doing my first project in my company in React itself. So by this way, I acquired a lot of knowledge from Newton School itself.
Okay, awesome. So you mentioned a little bit about your projects. Can you tell us more about how your projects were at Newton School?
Yeah, when I started with the Newton School, I started with a DSA, in which I started with the simple array types problem, then moving to string, and then a linear data structure like linked list, stack queues, and then moving to advanced data structure like graphs, trees, and dynamic programming. Apart from that full stack implementation is quite important if you want to get a job in the market. And at Newton School, we started with a basic HTML thing, then moved towards CSS, then JavaScript, and then React. And then backend technologies like Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB. Then I started with a very basic application, like a to-do application, like like a cards app, and there are plenty more assignments which I used to do on a daily basis. So apart from that, I did my major project, and my major project was a small social media thing like Facebook. I was quite fascinated with Mark Zuckerberg, so I built that thing. But it is only for the developers. Only a set of developers can come there and can create their profiles, can create their GitHub links, and other developer can see each other's profile, and other developers can ask the question, and also they can post any doubts if they have, and other developers can solve their doubts. And it's like a doubt solving thing also. So I developed this thing in solely in React.js along with Redux. That is a state management tool, and for the backend, it's a Node and MongoDB. So this is my major project, and this major project helped me a lot while I was interviewing in many companies. They asked me what was your major project and how you build it, and what are the technologies you use in the major project. Because if you are if you are sitting in any company, they want that they need a kid who who is already trained in some of the technologies. Because uh, when they will start with any new developer, they find it easier. So major project plays a very important role in my interview.
Okay. We have one question here from Sudarshan Pani. He asks, how many hours were you spending every day in Newton School?
Yeah, actually, first of all, there is 9 to 11, that's a everyday class. And after 9 to 11, 11 to 12, there is a mentor session. So apart from that, I think apart from that, 4 to 5 hours is quite enough. If you want to get placed, 4 to 5 hours is quite enough. If you are not working, 4 to 5 hours is quite enough, in which you can brush up your skills, you can make projects, and you can prepare for your interview. And what I feel, if you are working, then you can devote more hours on the weekend, and also you can devote some of the hours on the weekdays also. Because the course is designed in such a way that you get plenty of time to study on your part. So I think this much of odds is completely enough, and it depends on to person how well you grasp, and how well you take an action. So what I feel is 4 to 5 hours is enough time.
Right. So, while we wait for our audience to send us more questions, my next question to you is, in this journey of, you were saying that you made some excellent projects as well, and you were doing assignments.
Yeah.
What was the role that your mentors played through this?
Yeah. Let's talk about my major project. Actually, when I got an idea of a small social networking site, I was clueless how to make this project. I was clueless what should be the architecture of the application. I don't know about it. Because before that, I haven't created any full stack project. I have created front end project, or I have created a back end project, but I don't know how to integrate both the technologies and made a full fledged website. So at that point of time, I reached to my mentor and told him about it, and he took a small session along with me. He told me that we can do this thing by this. Not one session. I took a lot of session with him, because every good thing takes time. So mentors play a very important role in any of the things. Even once I was feeling very demotivated, because as you know, I joined in April, and after that it's all lockdown period. I can't go out and enjoy with my friends. So at that time, I was feeling very demotivated. So I reached out to my course coordinator, that at Shreya Chandra. So she told me that at that time that problems are not going anywhere. At this point of time, you have a problem that you're not getting a job, or you will get a job, but after getting a job you will have a problem that you have to submit your work on this deadline and so on. So problems are not going anywhere. You have to deal with it, and you have to be better on each day. So this was a small incident, and after that I felt motivated, and now I can realize that she was telling a truth. so yeah, mentors played a very important role in this, and mentors are from top notch product based companies like Microsoft, Amazon. My mentor was from Microsoft, and he was really an awesome guy. Even I'm still in contact with him, and yeah, I got a great knowledge from him. He garnished my skills, and after 9 to 11 session, if I do have any doubt, I can ask him the doubt. I can ask him the extra topics which I want to cover. So yeah, mentor plays a very important role in my journey with Newton Schools.
Awesome. Awesome. So, previously in one of your answers, you mentioned that your projects were uh, an added bonus for you while you were giving your interviews.
Right.
But I want to know how your mock interviews were for you and how you gained confidence from them.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, mock interviews like a lifesaver for me. uh, because I know when I appeared for the first mock interview, I felt blank. Means, yeah, there is a lot of confidence which you need when you are appearing for any interview. So mock interviews is really helpful, because when my first mock interviews was scheduled in the month of, I think, May, that was a DSA interview, and at that interview I felt blank because of low confidence maybe. So after that, the interviewer gave me some feedback. I worked on that. I connected with the Newton School's team, and after that, again I gave that interview, and it went well. So the mock interviews is like that. You are appearing for the real interview before the actual interview. Means it's like a cheat sheet. Means it happens that in the real interview we get a question which are asked in the mock interview itself. So mock interviews is really helpful in this matter of time. If you have a if you are given a great amount of mock interviews. Even I have given 10 to 15 mock interviews before appearing to the actual interview. So when the actual interview comes, I'm like, yeah, tomorrow is the actual interview. Doesn't matter. I have enough mock interviews. It's like a regular interview for me. And even what I felt that mock interviews is more difficult than the actual interview. So when you appear in the actual interview, you will find it an easy one as compared to the mock interviews. So mock interviews is a I can say very much added advantage in the course itself. So if you are appearing in the mock interviews, and if you are doing well in the mock interviews, thumbs up to you. You are gonna place soon. Yeah.
Awesome. Um, so coming to your placements, we have a few questions about your placement as well. Can you tell us how your interviews during your placement happened?
Yeah, I think when I started with the placements, I sat in 10 to 12 companies before I placed in Answer. I sat in big companies like Paytm, Hotstar, Credit Suisse, and apart from that, I sat in more product based companies. So first of all, when I was in college, as you know, coming from a tier 3 college, they provide placements, but they provide placement in the service based companies. So in service based companies, they pay less, and your career growth is not assured in the service based companies. So my first aim, or my first decision to join a Newton school is to get placed in a product based companies with a good package. So when I sat in the placements, I find all the product based companies, not even a single service based companies with a good package. So my journey uh, of a placement with the Newton School is quite well. It's a bit organized. If I'm sitting in a placement, I got to know that this is your first round and you have to appear for the interview at this time. All will come on your portal, and all were smooth experience. So yeah, I sat in a couple of product based companies like Paytm, Hotstar, Credit Suisse, Nika. So all these big companies I sat in. On the last, I got an offer from 3 to 4 companies, and thus in the last, Newton School gave me the freedom to choose the best out of them, and I chose ANSR at the starting of my career.
Awesome. So that's essentially the answer to one of our viewers' questions, and that is how um, important is DSA during interviews, and do web devs companies look for DSA skills or other front end skills and back end skills?
Yes, actually, DSA is quite important if you are appearing in a big companies like Amazon, Microsoft, or a big companies or a big product based companies. Then a DSA is a very important. But if you are appearing for a startups, then your full stack knowledge is more important than DSA. So it depends on which companies you are appearing. Like when I appeared for Hotstar, they were looking for DSA thing, and when I appeared for the other companies, they were looking for a full stack thing. So you have to be good in both the skills to get placed in any of the companies. So it depends on your preference also, in which company you have to you want to get placed. So it depends on the person to person. If you want to get placed in the big tech companies, then DSA is a must important skill, because as a fresher everyone looks for a DSA thing. But if you want to place in a startup or a mid-sized companies, I think full stack knowledge is quite important there. And but if you want to place in any of the companies, then both skills is quite important in this tech journey.
You received the news of being placed, and
Mm.
how did you celebrate after knowing that you're placed?
Yeah, actually, I was into the placement thing from past 1 year. At the time when I got a news that from the HR team and from the Newton Schools team, then I got placed, I was really happy, and I can't express my feelings. So I was really happy. I told this thing to my parents. They were also really happy. So the feeling of joy and my hard work pays off. So that feeling is quite awesome, and you cannot understand my feeling at that point of time. So once the viewers who is listening to me will get placed, will understand how I felt at that time. So the feeling was quite good. If you are putting a lot of hard work day after day, you haven't taken any leave from study, then I think I think the time when you get your results, you will find very good at that time. Also, to get placed in one of my dreams in the product based company. So my dream comes true. So if any of your dream comes true, then that feeling was really awesome. I was waiting to hear that thing from the past 1 year. So this feeling is very awesome, and in a lifetime you will get this feeling only once. So yeah, it was a really great experience for me.
That's superbly answered. So there are a lot of our viewers who are watching this. They're congratulating you through this call right now.
Mm. Yeah,
What is
thanks.
that one advice you would give to young aspiring uh, software developers or front-end developers who are trying to make it in their tech careers?
One advice which I want to give from my experience is it's not how hard you work, it's about how far you go. So it's a 6 months course. If you want to get enrolled here, that's a good thing. You will not get a result in 1 or 2 days. You have to put your time here, and once you will complete your 6 months, then you will see the results. It's not like that you will get placed in 1 or 2 months. It's not a rocket science. Everyone can learn coding, and if you have a everyone say that if you have a poor maths you can't learn coding. It's not like that. You just have to put your time, you just have to put the efforts, and eventually the things will fall place where it meant to be. So just stick there, just stick there for a couple of months. You will get the things, and soon you will get a placed in a very good company at a very good package. So just be patient, just be calm, don't rush into the things. Surely the things will come to you as well.
Awesome. Cool. It was super amazing talking to you today, Manik. And thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.